When we had last left the Nameless One, well, their adventures in the lower ward continued, with them seeking out a whole bunch of information at the local warehouse. Also getting some things printed up at the print shop. Well, did they actually? Yeah, I guess they did get some things printed up at the print shop. And then, most importantly, they finally traveled over to the Great Foundry, the base of operations for the Godsmen, the believers of the Source. And it was there that they learned all about their way of life, how to join them, as well as some sort of mysterious dream machine that was that was requested to be made long ago by a particular family. And it had finally reached its completion. But first there would need to be an offering of blood, flesh, and something else. Nonetheless, before doing all of that, they screwed off back over to the Mortuary to talk to zombies. This is Planescape Torment, Enhanced Edition. Welcome back. Now, also, folks wrote in with some revealing information about the faction system. That being that you can seemingly just change your faction, your fealty. You can just change your... It's not committal, right? Although you'll get something to pop up here, apparently you can just change it as you want. So maybe we should be doing that, because apparently as well, along the same lines, it sounds like a lot of the faction joining quests and all of that, the faction quests are very interesting, very cool. I just assumed that they were mutually exclusive, you know, because people in the world haven't yet talked about, like, going back and forth between different factions. There's definitely been talk of people, like, converting and all of that, but I don't know, I just assumed that that was not something available to the player, because it often isn't. Anyhow, let's see, let's go on into the Mortuary. Oh, can I even? Oh shoot, I don't know that I can. Hello? Dustman Gate Guard? You see a pale-faced Dustman standing guard over the front gate. He is staring off across the city rooftops with a distant expression. As you approach, he turns to face you. Yes, I had some questions. He nods and waits. I'd like to enter the Mortuary. What is your purpose within the Mortuary? I am here to pay my respects to Dayanara, the woman in the Northwest Memorial Hall. I'm here to see Doll. Oh, can I pay my respects? He nods. Very well. Follow me. All right. Oh. Uh-oh. They're saying you there hold. Am I in trouble?
Done.
You see a stern-looking man in black robes. He's glaring at you suspiciously. You, state your business. I seem to have gotten turned around in these halls. Are there any guides who can direct visitors? My business is my own. You would do well to mind your own affairs, Dustman. Lean in as if to whisper something to him, then snap his neck. My only business is that I'm bound for the exit. I mean to cause no trouble. I seem to have gotten turned around. Any guides? The Dustman frowns. He seems skeptical. There are guides that can direct you in the antechamber. Do not wander the Mortuary unescorted. Thank you for your assistance. I will speak to the guide. Okay, this guy is also en route. So can I go back here now? Is it just them who are, like, coming at me? Oh, Dayanara. Hello.
My love, you have returned to me. Can it be that your memories have returned?
Once again, Dayanara materializes. This time her face is filled with desperation, and her arms are outstretched, as if she is reaching for something. As she fades in, the desperation in her face changes to relief. And then she says what she said. I had some questions for you. What is it you wish to know? Who are you? Can you tell me who I am? Can you tell me where I am? What was that vision you spoke of before? Nothing now, Dayanara, though I shall return. Farewell. What was that vision you spoke of before?
This is what my eyes see, my love. Unfettered by the shackles of time.
Wait.
You shall meet enemies 3, but none more dangerous than yourself in your full glory. They are shades of evil, of good, and of neutrality. Given life and twisted by the laws of the planes.
Twisted by the laws of the planes. Okay.
You shall come to a prison built of regrets and sorrow, where the shadows themselves have gone mad. There you will be asked to make a terrible sacrifice, my love. For the matter to be laid to rest, you must destroy that which keeps you alive and be immortal no longer.
Destroy what keeps me alive.
I know that you must die while you still can. The circle must come to a close, my love. You were not meant for this life. You must find that which was taken from you and travel beyond into the lands of the dead.
We've heard this before, but it's taking on new meaning to hear it again now. Die while I still can. Oh. I do not doubt your ability to rise from the dead. I do believe that every incarnation weakens your thoughts and memories. You claim you have lost your memory. Perhaps it is a side effect of countless deaths. If so, what more will you lose in successive deaths? If you lose your mind, you will not even know enough to realize that you cannot die. You shall truly be doomed. Countless deaths. How long has this been going on? I do not truly know, except that it has gone on long enough. Other questions? Okay, nothing now. I shall return.
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
She smiles, but there is only sadness in it. She closes her eyes, and with an ethereal whisper, she fades. You know what? I no longer trust her. I think she's being duplicitous. I think she's full of it. She's lying or something. Right? There's something very, very wrong about that whole situation there. And just as well, remember the spooky ethereal ghosts appeared and like did their whole dance in front of her and attacked, I guess. And of course, being a ghost, I don't know, sometimes you can kill ghosts in a way. in fantasy, ghosts can die. But she didn't. Nothing happened to her. Oh, right. This puts me back out here. Right. I forgot I can use this to get back in.
Done.
Okay. Oh, no, I can't. I can use it to leave, but that's it. Okay, let's quick load.
All right.
I do actually want to get up to the upper level. Okay. Uh-oh. Locked in on me.
I'm gone.
Okay, we seem to be fine. Sure. So from like 7 o'clock here, we'll go clockwise. Chatting with these zombies. Hello, zombie worker. This corpse's head lolls back and forth on its shoulders. Judging from the angle of the neck, it looks like this man may have been hanged. The number 825 has been painted on the side of his head. Use stories bones tell on the corpse. The corpse does not stir. It looks like it is too far gone to answer any of your questions. Okay, leave it in peace. So maybe most of these won't be able to speak to me. Okay. Let's try it on this one. Yeah, doesn't stir. Are there any around here? Like, how do I tell which ones will work? They have a unique name, maybe? Yeah. Nothing. Huh. Nasty wound you got there. The corpse continues to stare at you with its one good eye. Okay. Rule of threes, one. Oh, right. Okay, let's keep moving. Maybe I...
What's up?
Hold up.
Sure, why
I've
not?
been told that I can also move companions further away and not get their input, so I can just maybe regard them on their own. Yeah, okay. Use stories bones tell on the corpse. Nah, nothing. Okay. That was a good idea.
Done.
Okay, how about up here? There's Doll again. Hello? Doll glances up as you approach. So, you have returned. Doll takes a rasping breath, then breaks into a violent coughing spell. After a moment, it subsides, and he returns to his raspy breathing. Greetings again, Restless One. I had some more questions for you, Doll. I don't want to rat out the person disguised as a zombie, I don't think. Okay, farewell. Nothing new. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, none of these zombie workers have names, so I'm assuming none of them have anything to say. Okay. If they do, though, we should keep in mind that we stopped trying to talk to them around Doll's chamber. Oh yeah, Iveen. What was going on with Iveen? You see Iveen, she is dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Tapper? She turns, sees you, then frowns. Oh no, we've gotten that before.
Done.
It's nothing new. How about over this way? Another zombie worker. Yeah, maybe I should be talking to the zombie workers. Maybe one of them will actually have something to say. Fuck it, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. Let's go back to Doll's area. Right here by the big, enormous tome. The dead book, I'm sure. This book is huge. It must contain thousands of names. Okay. And zombie worker. Okay. Use my power. No dice. How about you? Because these are all unique zombies. They have different names and stuff. Okay, does not steer. Oh, here we go. This walking corpse has the numbers 1094 carved into its forehead. Its mouth has been sewn tightly shut, and the chemical reek of fresh formaldehyde hangs in an overpowering cloud around it. Despite the pallid, sunken features and lifeless, milky eyes, it is clear that this was once a handsome young man. Use your Stories Bones Tell ability on the corpse. The corpse shudders for a moment, then stills, the spirit flowing into its abandoned mortal shell once more. Within seconds, a semblance of life seems to spring into the zombie's eyes, and it begins to gaze about with a look of curious puzzlement upon its face. The entire body now seems surrounded by a soft, golden aura. I would ask you a question. The spirit seems to take notice of you. He flashes a disarmingly friendly grin, popping all the stitches around its mouth loose with the sudden movement. Momentarily surprised, he touches his hand to his lips, shrugs, and nods an informal greeting.
Where
Where am I? Such an odd place. Do I know you?
He coughs gently, rubbing at his stiffened throat. You're here to answer my question, Spirit. Your remains, at least, are in a mortuary. You're in a mortuary. He mulls it over for a moment, then laughs.
Yes, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Now, do I know you?
He cocks his head to one side, peering at you intently. He seems to regard discerning your identity as some sort of amusing game. No, I doubt you know me. Now I had a question for you. The spirit shrugs and smiles, chuckling softly.
Perhaps you're right. What is it you wish to ask me?
He begins absent-mindedly pulling the remaining stitches from his lips and dropping them to the floor one by one. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you end up here as a zombie, I mean? Where your spirit resides now? What do you know of this place? Nothing, never mind. We'll start from the top. Who are you?
My name was Azanje. Might I know yours?
I do not know. He looks surprised.
How odd. A shame, truly. I must have something to call you, no?
The spirit looks at you expectantly. I am sure you can come up with something. I had a question. Make up a name. I don't know. Adon? No, it's not important. Farewell. I'm never going to accept Adon. Right, I'm going to be truly the Nameless One. I had a question?
Certainly, ask away.
He smiles pleasantly, awaiting your query with interest. This is like the most, I don't know, verbally acute zombie we've ever spoken with. The last of the stitch is now gone. His grin is not quite so eerie to look upon. Where are you from?
I am from many places. In truth, my birthplace is unknown to me. I did a good deal of traveling in my life and called many places home. Now all Arborea is mine to explore.
The spirit seems well pleased. I see I had another question. Okay. How did you end up here? As a zombie, I mean? The spirit's smile fades away, and he looks troubled for a moment.
Strange. I don't know. I'm not sure how I died, really.
He shrugs.
No matter.
His cheery grin returns, somehow bright, despite being plastered across a corpse's withered face. I had another question. Where are you? Where your spirit resides now?
Arborea. A more wondrous place I could not ask for. Nowhere in my mortal life did I find a place of such great passion, such splendor.
He pauses for a while, lost in pleasant recollection.
The beauty of the land, the people, magnificent. I tell you truly, I miss it even now.
Okay, I had another question. What do you know of this place?
Not so much. I signed a contract with a Dustmen on a whim. She had pointed out the dreadful place to me once, told me my corpse would be raised and used as a laborer. I thought, I'll have no need for it when I've passed into the next life, why not? Might as well take the silver and go spend it on some women and wine.
He chuckles at the idea, the ghost lights in his eyes flashing merrily. That was kind of my take. Which, I don't know, looking at this, now maybe maybe I'm a little reticent to commit to that. Do you know anything about the city around the mortuary?
What? Sigil?
Seeing your nod, the corpse's smile stretches into a wide, wicked grin.
Oh, I'll not spoil that for you. Go and explore the place for yourself. Get lost in its streets, its taverns, its people, but take care. It can be a dangerous as well as wondrous place. But that's what makes it all so exciting, no?
Huh. I suppose so. I have another question.
Certainly, ask away.
Okay, nothing, never mind. $8.25. Time for a new crackpot theory, right? Whenever we get story-focused games, right? If you're just joining us for Planescape Torment, whenever we get into story-based games, I cannot help myself but come up with some wild speculation and just like shooting theories right at the wall and seeing what sticks. Okay. I bet all these zombies on this floor, are these all versions of me? Are these all like versions of myself that are so old and so decrepit and worn down that I can't tell who they are? Why else would they be numbered, right? We still don't know why they're numbered. I mean, it could just be some sort of internal classification, but what if a lot of them are me? Or all of them are me? You know, and they've just changed them around just enough and made them unrecognizable enough to where I wouldn't know. Because then that's like free labor for them. Because we know that I regenerate, you know? I regenerate a ton. And to what end, right? We've already found in the world other body parts belonging to other versions of myself that granted didn't fully regenerate, right? The eyeball, the severed limb, the arm, I think it was, that had tattoos. But we don't know what causes us to regen fully an entire body, right? It seems as if it can't be the eyeball, right? I can't regenerate an entire body around an eyeball. I can't do the same for, like, regenerating an entire body around a limb. I would guess it's either the heart or the mind, you know? The brain or the heart is, like, the source of everything. But I wonder if the... Yeah, I wonder if these are all me. And it could even be that the Dustmen aren't even being that sinister here. I mean, maybe they are being a little sinister by way of being manipulative. Of, like, having coerced me or talked me into this from the get-go. But I bet I signed the contract not knowing the full way in which this would play out. So they're just collecting every damn body. Right? Like, my entire presence here, like, my entire cycle is what's populating the mortuary with zombies. There are some femme zombies here, but just as well, they could have, like, fucked around with my body. You know? Okay, nothing, never mind.
I'm gone.
I don't know. I feel like if that is not the case, that these zombies are all me, past versions of myself, then we're going to run into a situation where that happens again. Just as well, right? Consider this. Thinking down this road, sure, maybe that crackpot theory isn't true, but now it's got me wondering, that's definitely going to happen, right? We're going to run into, like, another, right? The body parts that we're finding are getting bigger and bigger. Eventually, we're going to run into something that is just like another me out there. And then here's the other wild thing. Going down this branch, right? Sure, suppose maybe the ones in the mortuary, maybe they're me, maybe they're not. Who can say? A separate theory. Now, branching off of that. What if I'm that? Right? Me? The player character right here? What if that's me? What if I am like one of the regenerated bodies and that's why I don't have... Well, no, we know that we don't have a soul because it's, right? It's taken from us by Puzzlewell. Right? Yeah, so it couldn't be that. I'm still me. I'm not like another reincarnation that's like somehow existing separately, right? That can't be, can it? I don't think so. Could it? I don't know. Just as well, the way in which Dayanara spoke to us made it almost seem like I'm going to face like an evil double. Okay. Zombie worker. Let's see, stories bones tell. Nope, nothing. We'll just run by all of these and try to do it. Okay. This is the one I talked to, I think. Okay. Corpse does not stir. Okay, over here. Another worker. Does not stir. Okay, then over this way. Okay, and then let's try... Oh, hey, there we go. The eyes of this corpse are set close together, and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces to the left and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into its bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. The spirit blasts back... sorry. I use my stories bones tell ability on the corpse, and then the spirit blasts back into the body with such violence that with a single great muscular contraction, the corpse is hurtled backwards. The body is on its feet again in an instant, dancing and thrashing about madly, waving its arms and popping its stitches, flaps of loosed flesh flopping about as it prances to and fro, eyes goggling and rolling about in its head, giggling madly all the while. I have a question for you, spirit. The possessed corpse sings as it leaps and whirls about, the volume and pitch of its voice rising and falling in random patterns. You are the spirit eye, the living. Answer my questions. You shall! Your confused expression seems to please it. It hooks its bony fingers into its mouth and pulls it into a ghastly grin, laughing maniacally and waggling its pasty white tongue. You are the spirit eye, the living. Answer my questions, you shall. And you know what? Also here, whenever we talk to these zombies, they're doing my thing, right? They're taking my whole role, right? I'm always the one who's like, yeah, can I ask you some questions? Right? How long until we run into a zombie that is like, I'm updating my journal, right? That'll be the biggest clue of all. Okay, very well, ask your questions. The spirit seems to become calm for a moment before exploding into a stream of mind-numbingly loud, babbled nonsense. The cacophony is almost maddening. It threatens to drive you to your knees, and as abruptly as it began, it stops. The corpse stands there, twitching quietly. I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat it for me? I do not understand. I have a question, however. I do not understand you. Farewell. Could you repeat it for me? Okay. Could you repeat it for me? All right. Okay. Let's see. I do not understand. I have a question, however. Again, the spirit sings. Questions of the living. Shall the dead answer thee? So it was. Is it so? Shall so it be? You, my answer, will questions. The look on your face seems to please it wildly. It begins to cavort so madly that you wonder if the corpse can take the abuse. You can almost hear its bones creak and fracture, tendons snapping as it spins and hurls itself about. All right, ask your questions. You do not understand. I had a question for you. Yeah. Okay, ask your question? No, same as before. Okay, never mind. Farewell. Oh. As the spirit fades away from the corpse, its jabbering mouth twists into a knowing smile. Its wild, flashing eyes bore into you with the piercing glare of a psychopath. And it whispers a single, carefully formed word, drawn out like a string of precious pearls. Limbo. What? Oh my gosh, is my theory true? Could it be? What? And with that, it is gone. Leaving you no better off and feeling slightly unsettled, the zombie quietly resumes its work. Huh.
Done.
What if these are all past versions of myself associated with different factions too? I don't know. I feel like it's possible. Zombie worker. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. Although the number 506 has been stitched almost all over its body, the skin on its forehead has peeled back from the skull, revealing the number 78 chiseled into the bone. Okay, let's try and use my ability. It doesn't stir.
All right.
Interesting, right? That one has two numbers. So already, doesn't that confirm that that's two different people pieced together? Or maybe two different incarnations of me? Okay, zombie worker. Oh, the false zombie. Greetings. Okay. Questions for you. Is there anything new? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, I may have some questions later. I feel like that was all same old, same old. Maybe I'm mistaken, though. More zombies here? No. Okay. Well, we haven't gotten much concrete here, but it has spurred forth some wild thoughts. Right. Okay, use my ability again. Nothing. And then we're back at 7 o'clock, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, let's go further up. Was there anything of interest up here?
I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, all this. And there are zombies up here, too, that I can try and talk to, huh? Yeah. Oh, there, zombie worker. I'll try to use my ability. Oh, it worked. Okay. Let's get the main refresher here. The number 1146 is carved into the forehead of this walking corpse. Its lips are sewn together with coarse black thread. The entire body is covered in horrible scars, worse even than your own, as if its owner had been burned to death. Its nose, ears, and several digits are missing, presumably charred away in some long ago conflagration. As you block its path to get its attention, it stops and gazes at you with vacant eyes. Yeah, how... When I lose a limb, why does it grow back with scarring? You know, you would think that if I get like a whole limb hacked off, does the tattoo also grow back? Right? How does it all work? What are the intricacies of the system of regeneration here? Maybe we don't know because it's going to be a big point in the story. Okay. The odors of fuming sulfur, cooked hair, and scorched blood assault your senses as the spirit returns to its one-time home. The corpse collapses to the floor almost immediately, shuddering violently as it clutches at itself and moans pitifully. You can almost see thin plumes of stinking smoke curling off its body and limbs. Are you all right? I had questions for you. Leave the burning spirit. Are you all right? The spirit opens one eye. The orb's whiteness stark against the gray, puckered flesh that surrounds it. It slowly turns its head so as to peer up at you. The blasted and scarified flesh of its face and neck pulling taut over the bone. It finally croaks from its ruined throat.
No, I ain't. You piking out a cove.
Is there something I can do to aid you? I had a question. It is just as well, you stinking smoldering husk. You probably deserve such a fate. Farewell. Leave the tortured spirit. Is there something I can do to aid you? The spirit begins to laugh, but stops abruptly, spasms wildly, and vomits up a stream of embalming fluid and black putrescence. Racked with pain, the spirit begins to hack and cough, occasionally pausing to spit yellowish fluid and loose stitches from between its ruined lips. Wait patiently for the fit to end. I had another question. Leave the tortured spirit to its suffering. I will wait. The spirit's horrible coughing finally settles down.
No, Burke. You can't. Unless you're gonna dance on Intubator and rescues me. I've hit the blinds. Time for my penance.
The spirit closes its eye and rests its head back on the floor. Okay, what if maybe maybe the zombies and stuff are tied to me? Maybe they're not literally me, but they're tied to me in some way? Maybe they're previous followers and companions? But how would that work? Huh? How would that work? Because I was wondering, like, is this somehow... we know someone else who is, like, tied to fire. Ignis. Like, could this be somehow also Ignis? I don't think so. How would... yeah, what's the logic of that? Okay. I see. I had another question.
What could you possibly want from me now, Burke?
The spirit still occasionally writhes about, patting at itself as if trying to extinguish various small fires on its body. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you end up here as a zombie, I mean? Where are you? Where your spirit resides now? What did you do to deserve such torment? What do you know of this place? Nothing, never mind. Who are you? We'll start from the top.
None of your business. Leaves me be.
No, I had another question. Where are you from?
For the love of the powers, who cares? From Sigil, you piker.
I had another question. How did you end up here? As a zombie, I mean.
How do you think, clueless?
The spirit's outburst sends him into a short fit of jerking, painful coughs.
I signed to meet away for a bit of jink, pike and dusters. And right then, can you believe it? Some balmy wizard decides to blast the hive to flaming oblivion, with me stuck right in the middle.
The spirit mumbles evilly for a bit, steaming fluid bubbling out from the corners of his jagged slit of a mouth. A wizard burned down the hive? Okay, so this is maybe the tie here. It's not Ignis, but it's maybe someone Ignis knew. Or maybe it is me. A version of me that died to Ignis. A wizard burned down the hive?
Yeah, the hive. The worstest part of Sigil. I never seen so much fire in all's me life. I ran this way and that, trying to get away, but everything was just bursting into flame. Buildings, streets, folks and their kids, and that thrice blasted wizard just laughing all the time.
I turned... sorry. This is still them.
I turned the corner and I thought I got away for a bit. But the next thing I know, my piking head's on fire. It pretty much went downhills from there.
The spirit's opened eye shines with a malevolent light. Who was this wizard?
Don't know. It was pretty well and cooked before anyone stopped him. If someone ever did. I think I remember some people's chasing after him at the start of it all. shouting his name. Ignis. I'm thinking it was Ignis or something like that. I sure hopes that biker's in a worse hole than me.
I see. I had more questions for you. Well, he is in a worse hole than you. It's true. When we get Ignis in the party, we should try to remember to come back to this zombie. I wonder if anything will happen. Okay. Did I ask where your spirit resides now? No, I did not. Where are you? Where your spirit resides now? Okay.
Where do you think, you leather-headed basher? Baitor, in that stinking dunghole they call...
What?
Phlegethos. Burn, burn, burn. That's all I do. I burn to death in life, and now's I's burning in death. Ah!
The corpse gnashes its teeth in fury.
Dying's just sickening. When I gets out of here, I's gonna toss so many sods into this damn hole.
Gurgle. Why would you wish to inflict your fate upon others? I had another question. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Why would you wish that?
Revenge, you addle cove. I's gonna gets them all. All those that crossed me. Especially that wizard. I's gonna tear off his wee bits and shoves them down his throat. Then I'll throw him in this stinking hole. Wee bits and all. Him and a few more for good measure, too.
You are a vicious, petty little man. Your fate seems well deserved. Yeah, you're horrible. The spirit makes a wet, snarling noise. Its cracked, blackened lips pulling away from crooked yellow teeth.
Just you waits till I gets out of this pit. I'm coming for you first, Burke.
You do that. I'm not one to fear the likes of you. Strike him. Yeah, you do that. The spirit manages a weak, guttural growl and spits at you. The foul stuff lands several inches short of your feet. Exhausted, the thing slumps back to the floor and life begins to fade from the corpse once more. Shit, I don't think I got my last question. No.
Again!
I had some questions. Okay. What did you do to deserve such torment?
Deserve this? Nothing. I didn't do nothing. Just trying to get by. Get by like everybody else. Then, phoomf. That goat's son of a mage starts burning up the hive.
A mage burned up the hive. Is this gonna loop around? Okay, yeah. I had more questions for you. What do you know of this place?
Nothing. Nothing I's telling you, Burke. Just leaves me alone to burns.
Okay, I had some other question then? No, that's it. Alright, never mind.
I'm gone.
Skeleton worker? Sorry about taking that parchment. I have to ask, are those broken bones from combat or from falling down? Examine the skeleton. Well, no, use the story's bones tell power. No, this skeleton makes no reply. It looks like it is too far gone to answer any of your questions. Okay. How about over here? Nothing. Another skeleton or two. Okay, and then I will use my stories bones tell. Nope, nothing. How about you, zombie worker? Nothing. Another skeleton worker here. Okay. Nothing. This goes further back down. It's the other route. Over here, there's Dustmen. Oh, there's some zombies. Okay, let's try them. Oh, whoops. Nope, nothing. Zombie worker. Oh, hey. Okay. This reanimated corpse has had its lips sewn together and the numbers 310 carved into its brow. The smell of formaldehyde permeates the area around it. It turns its lifeless eyes upon you as you move to bar its path. Use your stories bones tell ability on the corpse. For a moment, you think this corpse is simply too far gone to reply, but suddenly you recognize true misery etched into its features, and feel behind it a sense of despair so profound that the spirit must have returned to its shell of old. I would ask you a question. It speaks in a slow monotone, the voice of one broken and without hope. Even now, it is nearly indistinguishable from a soulless zombie.
What would ye know, my lord?
Who are you? Where are you from? How did you end up here? As a zombie, I mean. Where your spirit resides now? Why are you wrought with such despair? What do you know of this place? We'll start from the top as per usual. Who are you? The spirit speaks so softly, you must strain to hear it. The corpse's mouth barely moves to form each word.
I am no one, my lord. A wretched insect, clinging desperately to the wasting tower in Oinos. I was once called Erebhiam, though, my lord, so long, so very long ago.
The wasting tower?
Yes, my lord. 'Tis a mighty tower, far greater than the highest of sigils. It has the appearance of bone, my lord, like the spinal column of some gargantuan creature. It is there that I toil, repairing the damage done to it by the armies of my master's foes, his rival princes.
Who is this master?
I know him only as the master, my lord, the lord of Kirnoin. He is a fiendish prince, an ultraloth of awesome power. It is he who owns my soul, and so shall forever own it, a petty thing, doomed to languish beneath his foot until eternity grinds its way into oblivion.
Tell me of this Kirnoin.
Yes, my lord. 'Tis a mighty tower.
Okay. I had another question. It speaks in a slow monotone, the voice of one broken and without hope. Where are you from?
I lived in Sigil, my lord, in the Hive. 'Twas not so awful a place as I once thought, now that my home is Oinos.
The corpse blinks, so slowly that for a moment you thought it had simply shut its eyes. The Hive? Oinos? Tell me more of Oinos. The spirit closes his eyes for a moment, the corpse shuddering slightly.
The horrid Oenos, my lord, in the grey waste. It is there that my soul has been confined, in the shadow of Kinnoin, the wasting tower.
Tell me more of this Oenos.
There is little to say, my lord. 'Tis the land of my master, the Lord of Kinnoin, full of anguish and disease, a rot which decays both body and spirit. It is a place of utter hopelessness.
Okay. Did I ask of Kinnoin before? Yeah. Okay, another question? How did you end up here as a zombie?
I was murdered, my lord, by robbers, filled with drink and stumbling through the alleyways of the hive. I became lost and eventually fell prey to a band of thugs. 'Tis just as well. My life was probably worth less than the few coppers a collector may have gotten for my corpse.
Why such a base opinion of your own life? A collector. Why such a base opinion of your own life?
I would not speak of it, my lord. 'Tis not worth discussing.
The spirit seems immovable in this matter. Very well, I had other questions. Where are you now? Where your spirit resides now? The spirit closes his eyes for a moment, the corpse shuddering slightly.
The horrid Oenos, my lord, in the grey waste. It is there that my soul has been confined, in the shadow of Kinnoin, the wasting tower.
Okay, Kinnoin? We've heard of this though, haven't we? Yeah. Okay, another question? Why are you wrought with such despair?
There is nothing else for me, my lord. Trapped for eternity in the pestilent waste of Oenos I am. There is no hope for one such as I.
The spirit seems to descend into an even more pathetic state, the corpse's shoulders sagging beneath the weight of its sorrow. Okay, I had another question. What do you know of this place?
Very little, my lord. Only that the dead are brought here to be interred or cremated, or used as laborers as my corpse has been.
Another question? Oh, that's it. Never mind. You do not realize the spirit has left the corpse until, with shuffling steps, the zombie returns to its labors.
I'm gone.
And what about this skeleton? Nope. Nothing new. Okay. How about down here in the middle? Oh, there's 3. Let's try my ability. No dice. About here. Nothing, and finally you. Nope, nothing.
All right.
Okay, do I have another way up or down? I don't think so. It all just loops back to where we came from, I believe. Okay, well, we'll do that. Why not? Yeah, nothing too wild here. It's got to be said.
All right.
Okay, well, let's head on back down.
I'm gone.
Sure. I forget, who do I even need to go to join the Dustmen, or have I not met them yet? Do I go to, like, the Smoldering Corpse Bar? Check the portal out. Why not?
Done. All right.
Okay. Good. Well. Fetch a vial of skin and blood. Find the night hag. Okay. Well, I guess I should do the Foundry quest then, huh? Since I can change around my faction and all of that. Let's see, lower ward.
I'm gone.
Let's head back over here. Good. Okay.
This air's making my skull itch.
Yeah, the terrible air that plagues everybody. Okay. And then, I do already have the tools, but I need to get some iron from Thildorn, I believe. There you are. Or Thildon. Hello?
What? You again?
Answer some questions for me, Thildon. I need to use the forge. Can you give me some ore? He looks you up and down carefully, considering, and says,
You want to be a smith, eh? Can't say the fire'd do much to skin like that. Take it then, and don't get in the way of my workers. Good day, sir.
Okay. So how do I use it even? Can I equip this? Don't think I can. Nope. Iron ore. A lump of iron ore. Okay. Are one of these interactable? This one is. It's got a question mark. Ah. You step up to the forge. The heat is incredible. What do? I use it. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you are able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? Yes. What would you like to do first? Ready the tongs, hammer on the anvil, pick up the ore. Pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame of the forge. Place the ore on the anvil and hammer away. Step back from the forge. Okay. I guess I'll heat up the ore. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Place the softened ore on the forge and work it into shape. What would you like to forge? Something small and dangerous. A stiletto. A two-handed hammer. A battle axe. A two-handed hammer. A hammer. A fast piece of work. And one that will allow you to get out of this sweatbox quickly. Are you sure you want a hammer? Yes. No, I'd rather make something else. Nah, I'm done with the forge for now. Yes. Now this is a nice sledgehammer. Well-shaped, well-balanced, and perfectly suited to your hands. Good, they should come in handy. Okay. High-quality sledgehammer. 1 to 10 crushing, only usable by me, fighters. This is a well-crafted hammer, well-balanced and pleasing to the eye. Don't be fooled by its appearance. This weapon is dangerous. It requires 2 hands and the desire to inflict crushing damage on your enemies. Okay.
All right.
Well, I've made something. Who did I need to talk to after I made something? I don't even remember. Maybe it was Keldor. Hello? Nadalin, anything else?
Was there something else you wanted?
I'd like to pick up an item? No, okay, forget it. So long.
Done.
Okay, I guess we'll go up then.
Done.
So I assume I can rejoin a faction that I leave, right? If I end up thinking that the other factions on offer aren't as enticing as the Godsmen. Okay.
Well met, friend. What can I do for you today?
You can answer some questions. Let's see. So if I say I'd like to join the Godsmen, I'm not necessarily joining them. Or at the very least, it sounds like even if I do join a faction, I can swap. I'd like to join.
If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge and create an item. This will show that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron. That you are capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make the potential actual. Talk to Alyssa, the foundry supervisor in the main foundry, to see how it all works.
Okay. I had some other questions. Okay, nothing. Farewell. Join the Godsmen. I guess I need to go see Alyssa about the axe I made. God, maybe I'll have to make another item. Because I already made the one there.
All right.
Okay, where is Alyssa at? Alyssa Teal. There we go. You again. What do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on a schedule here. I had some questions for you. More questions? What are they? Okay. I need to use the forge. Certainly. Just make sure you have the proper items for it. Protection from the flames, tongs, hammer, and of course your iron ore. Where would I get those items? If you can't find them lying around somewhere, then you'll have to buy them from the clerk. For a nominal price, of course. Thank you, farewell. Do I need to get more from, more ore from Keldor? Or from Thildorn? Thilden? Okay, some questions. Can you give me some ore? Okay. Oh, yeah, you said something else.
Seems like they'll let anyone be a Godsman these days,
He grumbles.
Ain't like the old days, when you had to show real potential to be a member. You want this iron for your Ponzi test? Take it then and get mazed.
He thrusts a lump of cold ore into your hands. Farewell.
Done.
Okay. I guess we can make another item. Use the forge. Okay. Same as before. I'll pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame of the forge. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. I will place the softened ore on the forge and work it into shape. Okay. I guess I'll do the... Well... I'll do a stiletto. Something small and dangerous. A stiletto. A stiletto. A quick, easy weapon. And one that will get you away from this inferno much sooner. Are you sure you want a stiletto? Yes. Okay. Now that is a nice piece of work. Your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. This thing will serve me well. Keldor will certainly be impressed by this. Time to get out of the flames. Okay, high quality stiletto again. Okay. Thilden.
What? You again?
Okay, answer some questions for me. Well, Tell me about the Godsmen? No, okay, never mind. Farewell.
I'm gone.
Maybe I need to go back to Keldor? Oop, stuck here?
All right.
are. Let's see, Keldor.
Your questions about the forge, I will answer all I can.
Show him the item you forged. I've finished forging my creation. He takes it from you and examines it carefully.
That is, without a doubt, one of the better pieces I have seen a recruit forge. You'll go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so.
I suppose I am. 8,000 XP. He continues grimly.
A murderer has struck in the foundry, and I'm forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go, speak to the supervisor, Alyssa Teal, in the main foundry and proceed from there. When you've completed your investigation and are ready to name a culprit, come back to me.
All right, I have a few questions. Answer a few questions for me first.
What did you want to know?
I wanted to talk about the murder investigation.
Well, have you found a culprit for this heinous crime? Do you have evidence?
Not enough. I'd like to ask you a few more questions first. Okay, never mind. Sure. Journal. I've completed my first Godsman quest, and I'm embarking on the second test for the Godsman, the investigation of a murder. I'm to speak to the supervisor in the foundry and report back to Keldor when I've gathered my evidence. All right.
I'm gone.
Sure. Actually, you know what? Maybe we ought to call it there for now, because actually I'm feeling a little tired in real life. Sorry. We'll call this one a bit early. Apologies. When next we return, we'll go speak with Alyssa, right? And we'll sort out this murder mystery that people were talking about before in the comments of the prior video. Can I join the Dustmen now? I forget if I had seen the opportunity to join them. Have I seen other factions I can join yet? Oh yeah, the Aoskar guy, right? Is that also a faction that I could join? And that I should join? Because I was thinking that was another faction. I was like, I'm deliberately going to not join that because I don't know if I want to. But since I can kind of just join them all and do them all, sure, why not? Right? Is there a downside to doing them all? Maybe. Right? Maybe. Maybe if there's one so repugnant that I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. But so far, they're okay, you know? All right. Well, until next time, please take care of each other.